Hello again. Today we're going to learn about how to use the water jet lab for Lab 10. Now to use this water jet, what you're going to do is take off this plastic covering first. And then you're going to use the same hose and faucet that we discussed earlier for the water tunnel. And you're just going to place the hose in here and just let it fill up. And you want to fill the water up to about an inch below this opening here. Then you just turn it off. To drain this, all you have to do is, this hose is the drain hose, right here. So you just come over to your drain with the whole thing, put the hose in the drain, and then what you're going to want to do is actually lift up on the tank. So you want to lift it forward, and then when it gets empty enough, you need to kind of lift it to the left side too, like this, to drain all the water out. That way the water drains out, and the one reason why you would go to the front left is because that's where the hose port is, so you get most of the water out. Once it's drained, you put it back down, put the draining hose back in the proper position, then bring it back over by the water tunnel, and just place it here. And then again, make sure to put the dust cover back on. This keeps everything nice and free of dust, so that TAs don't have to spend 2 hours every semester cleaning up these for use. And just be careful of the screw right here. You don't want it to puncture through the plastic covering. And you're going to kind of just drape it. And then just make sure that it covers everything on the top. And just leave it like that. And that's how you fix this up. For the semester of fall 2012, the first thing you need to do is hook up the power to this apparatus. Make sure your valve's all the way open to the left, this little valve right here. There's a little mark right here. What you're going to do is, for your 3 flow rates, you're going to turn this 2 times from full open. That'll be 1. And then 2 more, then 1 more time from open. So that'll be all the way open, 2 turns back, 1 turn back after that. So that's how you're going to set your flows, the flow rates for this. So I'm going to put it back all the way open so that we can see how this works. Alright, the next thing that you need to do is you need to make sure this bar is level. So the first thing you got to do is, there's a little level on the back here. You're going to put that level. Then you're going to take this little screw and adjust it to this part being level. So right about there. Then you're going to make sure the vane is screwed in all the way. There's a little screw on the top here. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to put your hand over it, and you're going to press this black button right here. It's going to start to flow. Once it becomes steady state, you just let it go a little bit. You take your weight and you're going to put it on here. And then you're going to rebalance this. And again, if this weight is too heavy, as you can see here, it's not really level. There's a level in the back here. So what you can do now is take this weight. Take a 200 gram weight from the weight set and put it on here. And then level it. So you move the weight until it's level. So say right about there is level. You're going to take a measurement of this left corner and the right corner. Average it together to get the center of gravity. On the silver one right here, the center of gravity is this little line here. So that's where you're going to count the distance from. And the distance for this one's the average, the center of it. So you're going to get that measurement and everything. So I'll give you the force. Now you need to find the flow rate. To find the flow rate, you're going to take the object over here, this brown object, gray object, and you're going to put it down. And then you're going to take a stopwatch, which will be supplied, and you're going to wait. I recommend waiting. You'll see the water come up in a second. It's right there. So I would wait till 5 liters. and I would count to 15 liters. So that's 10 liters, you know the volume, you know the time, so start the stopwatch now. And then you wait till it gets to 15 liters. You have the volume, you have the time, you can calculate your flow rate. And then, it's almost there. Alright, it's there now. So now you have to take your graping out again to empty the bin of water. Then, you're going to change your flow rate and repeat the process. Re-level it, redo everything. To stop the machine, there's a red button over here. You hit the red button and it turns it off. It's right here. This button starts it. And then each of your group members are going to do one vane, but you're going to report on all three. So we're not using this vane right here. We're only going to use the flat plate, the 180 cone, and the 150 cone. So each group member has to do this. So when you're doing this, I suggest one group member is manning the flow rate and turning it on and off. The group member that the vane it is, they're leveling it and putting the vane on. And then the last group member is taking the flow rates and manning this part where you put it in just before you take it and you put it out when you're done. And then to switch the vanes, you hold the vane here. If this vane falls down here, we have to take this whole thing apart. If that happens, 5 points will be taken off because we don't want to take this apart. So, unscrew this. You take the screw on the top here, unscrew it while holding the vane. Then you're going to lift up this part and pull it out. You must take this and put it on the new vane, otherwise water will just shoot out. Then you're going to take it, bring it back up, put it in the hole, and screw it back on. Now keep in mind, you cannot do this lab outside of your lab section. It has to be in your lab section. And you have to make the appointment with your TA and he has to approve it if you want to do it beforehand. And that's how you change the vane and use the machine. That's it.